Washington football team president Jason Wright says the team name may stick as there are a group of fans who have made a case for it. I'm Robin Lundberg here with Bill Enright. And Bill, I actually don't hate the name. I don't know if I love the abbreviation, the WFT, because, it looks like something else that you might see when you're scrolling along with those same three letters. But when it comes to the team itself, it comes off the tongue well, Washington football team. And maybe that's because I've been calling them that for so long anyway.
Yeah, so you're right about the WFT, the acronym. It really messes with my dyslexia, and I get all discombobulated in my head. But that putting that part aside, I never really gave much thought into them keeping the football team until this morning when our esteemed colleague Dave Sepperson shot me a million Slack messages. I can't believe you think it's okay for them to stick. They need something new. They need to get creative. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal, especially because the Washington football team has so many other important things going on in that organization, like the minority partners just agreeing or demanding that Daniel Snyder lets them sell their equity share. What other ownership group is trying to get out of being an NFL owner other than with the Washington football team? That's how poorly things are going on with Washington and Daniel Snyder down there in DC.
And you also have to have the name that you want it to be, right? To say that it's better than Washington football team. I would never argue for what the old name was. That needed to be gone. But one of the arguments people made was, it has an attachment to the past. And Washington football team, you can keep all of the color schemes, sort of the motif, if you'd like, and it still does feel like an homage to, what came before.
And I think Connor Orr did a couple articles or one article for like the best 5 or 10 names. You can check that out on SI.com. The 5 or 10 best team names for the Washington football team, and there were some really good ones on there. But you're right; they're not going to just rush into things and change it just for the sake of changing it. We'll call them the football team for the time being, and if they ever decide to change it, okay, cool, we'll get on board. And if they keep it as a football team, really no difference to me. I have no problem writing out or saying the Washington football team. It's really not that big of a deal to me on their team name. Now, if you're a fan and you're screaming, "Let's go football team," I guess you got a point there.
But the most important thing is the quality of the football team. If they're able to, build on what they did last year, I think what they're actually called won't matter as much as long as we're calling their games come playoff time.